In this world of technology, things are ever changing, rearranging. You need someone to help you out. I know someone who can. Come and take a journey with me as we go through the land of technology. You'll never be alone. You'll be with Paul Amadeus Lane in the tech zone.
ABC News Radio KMET. Welcome all of you. YouTube, live stream, the Twitter, Facebook. Did I miss anything? YouTube as well. Welcome all of you to the show. I am so excited to bring on our next guest. My next guest really transformed music for my generation. A new sound was born, and we all fell in love with it, and we can even groove to it even till this day. And he was able to share with us his musical talents during COVID-19. They really helped us to deal with being at home, sheltering in place, and we got to groove a little bit too. Who am I talking about? You know who it is. And I'm so happy right now to be joined by multi-platinum, multi-award-winning, the guy who transformed music in my generation, the great Teddy Riley. Teddy, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's my pleasure. If somebody would have told me when I was first listening to the Future album and also the Guy album that one day I'll be interviewing you, I'll be like, nah. But hey, my pleasure, my friend.
Well, man, all things are possible.
Absolutely.
That's why I always take it as, all of my dreams have came true because we put it in the universe. See, you put it in the universe, so it was inevitable it's going to happen.
I love it.
Look at us now.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. And I just want to give you props, not only for the accomplishments that you've accomplished over the years, but you've done something really special for us during COVID-19. And, Teddy, it's a tough time for some of us, but you hopped on social media. You did some jams. What made you want to do that?
Because I felt like people are in need of love, encouragement, happiness while we're in this corona and, this crisis. And you got to take your mind and apply it to helping our earth, our women, our children. And that's what I was most concerned about.
And we are so happy that you were concerned about that because we got a treat. And Teddy, looking at the feedback that you've gotten from us, the fans, how did that personally make you feel that you were able to take us away in our minds, to the jams and the songs that we really grew up off on?
Well, it made me feel great because when you see that people appreciate something, it makes you do better, especially when I'm on stage. I just, we didn't know it was going to go that far. We didn't know it was going to get emotional. We just, that's how we are as music lovers and music people. It's more like impromptu. It's more like, wow, that's how I feel today.
And you know what, Teddy, when we look at just the technology we have today that makes this possible, think back to like 1989. And one day we would have so much access to our supporters, to our fans. It makes it a lot easier for us to share that love with them and talk about just how instrumental this technology with social media has been to you.
Well, for me, the technology and social media have been so amazing because, see, I was aware of this when I went to Manhattan School of Music to learn about the future of electronics. And I learned about Ethernet and internet coming and all the things that they prepared us for, even up to 3G. So I was very in tune with technology when it changed. I was on my first record. The first computer I used was an Atari to do Remember the Time. and Bobby Brown and all of those records that I did before we had Apple, Macintosh.
Wow, you took me way back to Atari and when you worked on Michael's album and Bobby's album. You know, I remember when Bobby recounted the story of you, how he went to Ralph Tresvant and said, "Hey, you know the kid that did the show for Dougie Fresh? Man, I want him to do my album." And Teddy, to see just how tech has just turned music to what it is today. Do you think it helped it or hurt music? Give us your honest opinion on it.
Well, at one point, it did hurt the musicians because all we had to do was lean on the computers. And we didn't, at that point, at some point, I didn't need the musicians. I just did everything myself. And I played the guitar, even if it took me to take some strings off to get the actual chords that I want out of the three strings or the four strings. I did it, and that's how you hear some of these records with guitars on it. It's actually me, but I'll never, I tell people, that's the keyboard, but it's actually me. But I just took the strings off. But today it's now in tune. You still can have musicians. They play with the sequences. I never go on tour without a musician.
Nice.
In,
Yeah.
in fact, my battle was was amazing because afterwards, I just wanted to jam for the people after the battle.
I
So
love
yeah,
that. I love that. And I remember when my love of music, I was like 3 or 4 years old, started playing guitar, trumpet, keyboard, and then morphed on to other things. And the one thing that I've always appreciated about you, Teddy, was that when you started doing music and we heard it on the radio, right away I said, that cat is a musician. He is just not a person sitting behind some beat machine or something without the full musicality. And it came
well,
across in everything that you did. You're timeless in the stuff that you've created, man.
well, thank you. Thanks to my uncle and my partner, Gusto, we own the Rooftop Records together. Thanks to Greg Marius, Greg G from Disco 4, we all were partners, and we signed Kumo D. We signed a bunch of artists, and I just want to say thanks to them because they were my resource to having a piece of equipment. They bought it for me. Gusto, Uncle Willie, because my mom couldn't afford a Fender Rhodes or, the stuff that I needed to make these records. I had a DX7 and the S30 along with the Elisa's sequencer until I got the Atari. And then Atari had eMagic, which is Logic today. We had eMagic, and that was in the Atari computer.
Man, you taking me back, Teddy. You talked about the DX7. Let's play a little bit of DX7 trivia. E12, the bass from what song that Michael did from Captain
Yep,
EO?
yep, the lately.
Yep,
Yep, I
absolutely.
use the lately bass a lot. I use that on Go See the Doctor.
Yep.
Same thing with Keith Sweat I Wanna. Boom, 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 boom,
I
boom, boom,
wanna.
boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that was all the Yamaha because that's all we had. We didn't have the D550 or the rolling stuff until I got to Guy.
Yep. And that just transformed everything. We talked about Kumo D, and I remember the song Knowledge is King that you did. And
Uh,
it had a little sample from, was it Casey and the Sunshine Band? And you came out with boom, boom. I was like, oh my goodness. Teddy, your stuff is timeless, man. It's like, it just takes us there. We can remember where we were when we first heard Knowledge is King, when we first heard Groove Me, when we first heard all the jams. I mean, how does that make you feel personally, Teddy, that you're a part of our lives, man? I mean, and just a major part of our lives when it comes to music.
for me, man, it makes me feel good just to know that I'm living to see the flowers and I'm here to see the success still go, keeping myself, healthy and reserved for more to come, because I just really feel that there's more to come, but there's more lives to save, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And my thing is through my music, I want to be able to do that. Save people lives. It is a cure.
Yeah.
Music is a cure. See, a lot of people don't think so,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the frequencies that you put into the music that will help cure the soul, and that's what I use.
And you know what, Teddy? I'm gonna share something with you. I've never shared with anyone before. I was in an automobile accident in 1993 that left me a quadriplegic, and I was in the hospital for about 8 months. So there was about a 3 month period where I was in and out of consciousness. And my oldest sister, she bought us some headphones because I wouldn't talk to anybody. I was just in and out. She put the headphones on, and
That's
the
amazing.
the first song that I heard is from KGLH, and it was "You Gotta Go on from the break of dawn." Because Blackstreet knows. And I was like, oh my goodness, the guy dropped a new album. Because remember, I'm out. I've been out of the pocket for like 3 months. And then I heard you, oh, would you be mine tonight? I was like, oh my goodness, that's Teddy Riley, man. Oh, and Teddy, after that day, my family can tell you, after they put those headphones on, I like snapped out of it, man. I started to just come to myself. And
Amazing.
until this day, man, I remember that, man. I was at Harvard General USC in downtown Los Angeles, man, and that song, man, snapped me out of it because I was like, oh man, and Teddy did that lick. I was like, oh my goodness. So Teddy, I want to personally thank you for snapping
Thank
me out,
you, man.
man.
Listen, I can only tell you, working on all of these songs was my life, my journey, and I had to get it out. The stuff that my parents went through, and you know, I just had to bring it out and make it a life experience for all of us. Because everybody may be, we all from the same place when it comes to us as a people, and we all went through the tragics and the issues in the family, domestic, stuff that went on. And it was beneficial to us as music and creators, music people and creators, to put it on the phono. Sort of like country music. We were able to, and I was able to express everything that went on in my life and everything that I seen and everything my friends would tell me or they would go through. I put it on the record.
Yeah.
I put it in music.
We felt it. I'm telling you, we felt a connection. And when we look at of what's going on now and what else is in store for you, what are some of the future projects that you're working on to continue this legacy that you cemented over almost 40 years ago?
Well, I'm right now, there's so many things in store. I have my team, just picking the right things. And I'm moving more so to teaching, encouraging, and saving kids who want to be in the music industry but don't know how to go about it. We already remotely have moved into Ghana and Africa,
Nice.
and basically working with artists over there, Nigeria, Kenya, Cape Town, and all the different places over there. We're now working with the artists and helping them get where they need to go, because most of them are doing everything through their phone, and they may have a studio was like not as equipped as our studios here. So I have my godfather he owns a hotel in Ghana, and I asked him about this hotel about 2 weeks ago. And I said, what are you doing with the hotel? He said, well, we shut it down because we want to remodel it and it's cost too much money to remodel. So I said, can I remodel it?
Wow.
He said, yes, you can remodel it. You can do what you want with it. I said, okay. Well, I'm speaking to the people in Ghana already. And see, my godfather, I don't know if you know, heard of him, Dr. Smalls.
Oh, yeah.
That's my godfather.
Wow.
He's the first Afro-American to teach Black history in City College.
Yep.
New York. And he owns it with Julius Erving and I think Reggie Jackson. And they just wanted to do something, and they got the hotel out there, but it became very expensive. So I said, well, let me remodel it. Let's do this for me getting there and doing camps. And I can take a floor and make it into studios and green screen rooms so that we can do it all in one place out there. And then the rest of the floors, we rent them out.
Wow.
We'll make a resort once again. And he said, if you do that, that would help, you know, what I would say is my legacy. And I said, okay, consider it done. So that's our goal, you know, and we'll do it remotely if this corona still goes on for the next year or so, which I pray it doesn't.
Yeah.
If it does, we can do it remotely because we have people on the ground there and we can get it done. We have our attorney firm over there. We can get it done. So that's our goal. And it'll be a place where, you know, we can extend to our people here. This is where you want to go. Bam, if you go to Ghana, stay at our place.
Yeah. I love it. Teddy,
So, yeah.
I mean, that's powerful. That's powerful. And we wish you nothing but success in this endeavor. And if anything that I can do personally to help out, please reach out to me. Let me know, because we definitely have to be there for the newer generation and the kids. And I definitely applaud you for that. And Teddy, I don't want to take all of your time today, but I do want to ask you this question right here. As your fans of all of your work, will we ever get a finished version of Where Is Your Love from the Future album?
Crazy because my surrogate daughter, she was actually starting on that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you probably know her. Her name is Stacy Barth.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's my surrogate daughter, she's my goddaughter. And she started singing some of my past songs and everything that's been out. Like, she did a rendition of If You Take Your Love Away From Me, her way. I said, that's a new song. So I said, can you do that with Where's Your Love? And she said, I'm gonna let me think about it. Because we both started using, well, she told me to use this program on the iPhone called Voicey.
Oh, yeah.
And Voicey does like all of the harmonies. All you have to do is put it in that key structure and it does the harmony. So I said, wow, that's like Imagine Heat. She said, yeah, that's why you sound like that. It's Imogen Heap. And I said, wow, you should do that. We should do that as a either a Blackstreet record or a Guy record.
I love it.
So it's just to give you a hint of what's to come.
I love it. And Teddy, I remember when you guys dropped the Guy, was it the Guy 3 album, when you guys had Dancing and Love Online?
Yeah.
Man, till this day, man, whenever my wife and I listen to that song, man, we're just singing it at the top of our lungs, man, because, you know, that was transformational, and that really showed how on top of technology you were with that song. And
Love Online?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you something. Love Online was something that I did. And I got married, meeting my first and only wife, my ex-wife. I met her online.
Wow.
It's so crazy.
Wow. I had no idea.
I'll never do that again.
I hear you. You say one and done, right? One and done.
One and done.
One and done. So Teddy, before I let you go, is there anything else out there you'd like to articulate to the viewer or the listener out there? And please, the floor is yours.
Well, I just want to say to all the listeners and all of the people out there, no matter who you are, we all going through this together. And I just want you all to just keep hope alive and stay prayed up. Everything is going to be all right, and this shall come to pass. But let's not be faithless. Let's stay strong. And like I said, stay prayed up. Bless up to you all.
I love it, Teddy. Thank you so much. And Teddy, one of my favorite songs by you is "Let's Stay Together" from the Future album. Can I get you to play a little lick on there, and I can sing it out?
Nothing up to play.
Oh no problem, no problem.
But I would have done it. Trust me, because that's what I love to do. It's just kind of play.
Yeah. But
we're gonna get back together, for sure, and I promise you'll get that.
Hey, I love it, my friend. And Teddy, great talking with you. Much success.
Likewise.
And please, continue to do what you do, man. You're an incredible person. You changed the way music was when I was growing up, and we thank you for that.
Ah, man, thank you. It's only because of you all, because when I see people reaction to my music, it makes me work harder. It makes me, want to come with more, and that's what I'm doing. I'm coming with more.
That was the great Teddy Riley. Boy, I enjoyed chatting with Teddy. I was hoping he had his keyboard on because I was going to sing, "You're all I want, you're all I need. Baby, let's stay together." But he said he'll have it for me next time, so that's going to be pretty awesome. And I'm sure you guys enjoyed the battle he and Babyface did this past Monday. It was incredible. Two legendary songwriters and performers just giving us all the good vibes and the good music that we can all groove to today. All right, when we get back, we're going to talk about robotics and animation, all that other good stuff. More technology here on the Tech Zone on Paul Amadeus Lane. Be right back after these messages.
In this world of technology, things are ever changing, rearranging. You need someone to help you out. I know someone who can. Come and take a journey with me as we go through the land of technology. You'll never be alone. You'll be with Paul Amadeus Lane in the Tech Zone.